Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about the Delphi case. My video is going to be a little different than usual because usually I'm usually outside, but today's Halloween and I didn't go out, but I wanted to talk about this case. So I watched the news conference today and they made an arrest in the Delphi case. They arrested 50-year-old Richard Allen, and he's actually from Delphi. And this is his mugshot. And I wanted to wait until they had the news conference to do a video because I don't want to assume and all that stuff. So I wanted to make sure this was the guy before I actually did a video. So, as you could see, the sketches did not help in this case, in my opinion. I feel like he kind of looks like the younger sketch in the face, like the nose. But of course, who's going to look at him and think he's supposed to be this younger sketch? So, I feel like this is a case where, the sketches actually didn't do any good for this case. So in the news conference, they didn't give any details on why they arrested him, on why he, was found to be guilty or to be arrested, I should say. Of course, they did say he's innocent until proven guilty. So it had me thinking, does this have something to do with Keegan Kline? And maybe Keegan Kline spilled the beans about something he knew about this guy. I was thinking maybe somehow Keegan gave him information about the girls. Because as you remember, Keegan was supposed to meet them. He communicated with the girls as a guy named Anthony Schott. And they thought he was this cute guy, and they wanted to meet him. But he said he never got to that place. He never met them. So did he share this information with Richard Allen, and that's how Richard Allen came to know they would be there? Or is this a crime of opportunity and Richard Allen just happened to be there? Because I found out that Richard Allen and his wife enjoy walking on trails, and I saw this on her Facebook page. I think she has since shut down her page, but I found some interesting pictures. So I found this picture of them on a trail, and there's several other posts where they're on trails. And I think it's funny because I don't remember hearing anybody mention that maybe this guy is into trails. Everybody said he was a hunter. Maybe he is familiar with the area, which I believe he is. They say he drives by the bridge every day to go to work. And apparently he worked at CVS the last few years because he was a pharmacy tech, but he just became one in 2018. So I'd be curious to know what he did before then for work. So I was thinking, looking at the sketch, you really can't tell it's him, but I feel like if he was a family member and I heard the voice and saw the video, I would recognize it to be, my husband, my father, my brother, a close family member. I think that you could look at the video and tell, especially since the people who got to her Facebook page, his wife's Facebook page early, noticed that he was wearing the same jacket in the year 2017 that he's wearing in the video. So I kind of feel like, especially because the case was such a topic of conversation, if you live in Delphi, you would be questioning everybody around you. So I don't know if the wife really just didn't think it was him, or if she, of course, loved him so much that she didn't entertain those thoughts of it being him, even though she might have even remembered something weird that day. Because if you look at her Facebook page, you could tell that she really loves him, and they've been together 25 years, and they have a child together. So I could see her not wanting to go there. However, today in the news conference, they said they're going to be sure to charge anyone that helped in any way on this case. So my first thought when he said that was his wife. Like, they want to make sure she didn't conceal things for her husband or withhold information from the police. You know, like, remember Aiden Fauci or whatever his name was, the little 14-year-old murderer in Florida? How his mother washed his blood-stained pants. Maybe this guy's wife washed his clothes. Maybe she saw the blood and she just looked the other way, you know? And if she did, then I think she should be charged with something. But, of course, I'm not going to attack her on the internet because I don't know her. I don't know the situation. That's why I'm covering her face in the pictures. So the other thing I noticed on her page was several pictures of them out, like drinking, playing pool, drinking beer. There's several of her showing her like margarita or whatever drink she was drinking. So it had me thinking maybe he has a drinking problem. And this picture here was taken 2 months before the murders. And I don't know, in this picture, he just seems kind of, I mean, he's probably drunk, but he seems kind of careless. Like, I don't know, I could see him like going through some kind of drunk phase, and then maybe he was drunk the day this happened, but of course that's no excuse. And I don't know, I'm just like, why would he do this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get the people that have never done anything like this before and then they do this. And so it kind of makes me think possibly he meant to do one thing and then they fought back, so it turned into another thing. Like, it turned into a murder, where originally it was like he just wanted something else from them, you know? So that could be the case. But for him to live in town and work at CVS, but of course at the time of the murder, I don't think he worked at CVS. So that's why I really want to know, like, what he did before he became a pharmacy tech, because, you know, he's 50, and so in your 40s, if you're still exploring, like, what you want to do with your life, it's kind of telling that maybe you don't have a good job. After all these years, you don't have a good job because, you would think he would be established already in his career in his 40s, and he wouldn't be thinking, oh, I'm going to be a pharmacy tech now. So, like, he goes back to school because they said he just got his license in 2018. So, he's going back to school in his 40s to be a pharmacy tech because that's better than what he was doing before, which was what. So, I don't know. It's like a sad situation. Then I found this picture of his daughter, and she's on the same bridge that Abby and Libby were on the day they died. So some people are saying, like, they want to know when this picture was taken. They want to know if he took the picture. And it has you wondering, has he been to this bridge since the murders? Like, if he loves trails so much, imagine his wife probably wants to walk that trail. And he might have went again. So it's kind of eerie to see the picture of his daughter on the bridge. It's like sad. I would think it'd be sad for him. I mean, if he had a soul or a moral compass, I guess. But maybe he just doesn't care. To put his daughter in the shoes of Abby and Libby, like how he would feel. But I heard a rumor that he got checked into a mental hospital after the murders. I could kind of see that. Like, what I kind of see happening is just imagining this. I have no idea. Imagine he commits the murders, commits himself into a mental hospital, possibly loses his job at that time because he's missing so much work. Then when he gets out of the mental hospital, he's jobless. And he's thinking, I can't believe I did that. I need to make this right. So he thinks, okay, from now on, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to be a pharmacy tech. And I'm going to change my life or whatever and make things right. So that's what I think could have happened as to why he became a pharmacy tech later on in life. But I guess all this will come out during trial. So in January, he's going to have his first court appearance, but apparently he's already pleaded not guilty. And then in March, he's going to be on trial. So I'm sure along the way, things will get leaked, and I'll discuss them as time goes on and we find out more. So I just wanted to give you my ideas on this Delphi case of arrest. I also wanted to say that I don't feel the way I thought I would when he got arrested. I thought I would feel happy, but instead I feel it's sad because he looks like such a normal person that you see every day. And it's sad that somebody that's a normal person can just do this out of the blue and never have done anything like this before. And it makes you look at people around you a little differently. So I'm hoping that we can get justice for Abby and Libby finally. And I'll see y'all in the next one.
You told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too as you fade away, as you fade away.